an affidavit has been filed by the Principal Secretary in the Department of Health and Family Welfare of the Government of West Bengal. Full stop. The affidavit indicates that the state government has sanctioned work worth rupees 123 crores, of which a substantial part has been completed. Full stop. The updated status of the ongoing and completed work for 28 medical colleges has been tabulated in a chart in a table which is reproduced below. Page 2 को A copy कर दीजिए. As regards the status of the ongoing work in RG Medical College, the affidavit contains the following tabulation. Page 3 को copy कर लीजिए. Mr. Rakesh Dwivedi, then Senior Counsel, has assured the court that all the ongoing work at the 28 medical colleges would be completed by 25 October 2000.
28 medical college is complete.
The
shortfall which your lordships are noticing.
The shortfall in the work in the 28 medical colleges would in any event be completed by 25 October 2024. And at the RG Medical College and Hospital by 31 October 2024. Full stop. Apart from the above steps, it has been indicated that the state government has constituted, bracket 1, a state-level grievance redressal committee, semicolon, a state-level committee for security audit, 3, district-level committees for security audit, a district-level committee for security audit. Full stop. It has been stated that an initial round of security audit has been completed. Full stop. An additional 1,514 security personnel have been approved for deployment in the medical colleges and hospitals, of which 910 would be female security personnel. Full stop. The verification of antecedents and necessary training is stated to have been completed in the case of 616 security personnel, brackets comprising of 328 female and 288 male security personnel. Apart from the above steps, the affidavit indicates that the state government has, by an order dated 1 October 2024, reconstituted the Rogi Kalyan Samiti of different medical colleges and has rolled out an integrated hospital management system which has 1,013 government hospitals reporting thereon. Full stop. It has been stated that the IHMS envisages capturing every step of patient treatment through online OPD ticket booking, e-prescriptions, drug dispersals from drugstores and pharmacies, and online discharge. Full stop. The state government has also taken steps on a pilot basis for monitoring real-time bed availability and online centralized referral systems.
Centralized referral system and a digital bed vacancy monitor.
Yeah. Lord, is there any timeline for that integrated system?
The report shall be apprised. The report shall be apprised in a period of 3 weeks from the date. The report shall be apprised within 3 weeks.
Lord, may I just make one small
the progress which is made in commissioning these facilities.
A small comment on the integrated system.
Yes.
Lord, we welcome the
pilot project is already going on in this.
That we have recorded. We have saw that in your affidavit.
Lord, just hear me for a second. It is the demand of the doctors has been for an integrated system, and we are happy to note that an integrated system will be put in place. However, my lord, the real issue is referrals are made to hospitals which are incapable of handling an emergency. So the integrated referral system must ensure that the referral which is made is to a hospital which has the adequate expertise, the adequate doctors, the adequate equipment. What is happening is references are being made to hospitals which don't have this. That's why the patient gets upset. It's not about the doctors getting upset. It's
the
the
pilot
patient who
project
gets
is
upset.
on and
Please
we are
allow me to
giving a
finish.
timeline of
But
what-
please allow me to finish. This is not fair. What is happening is the patients are getting upset.
Still
because
not
they're
in
being-
place.
Will you please allow me to
Point.
finish? My lord, the patients are getting upset because referrals are made to the wrong hospitals which don't have the capacity. And then they take out their anger on the doctors who are on duty. So all I'm saying is when they make this integrated referral system, they must ensure that the reference is made to a hospital which has a free bed. Sometimes referrals are made to hospitals which don't have a free bed. Secondly, that the referral has the necessary expertise to deal with the particular ailment. And thirdly, that a doctor is available with that specialization. Then the patient will be satisfied. If the patient is satisfied, the doctor will not be attacked. That is the real problem.
Kindly have page
It's
9.
about patients, it's about the
Look at page
patients
9.
not getting what they want.
Since the integrated hospital management system is being rolled out by the state government, uh,
We completed
State
by 1st
government-
November.
and is expected to be completed by 1 November 2024, the state government shall take due steps to ensure that the IHMS inter alia factors in bracket 1 the availability of free beds, semicolon, bracket 2 the availability of expertise in the medical health facility, semicolon, and bracket 3 the availability of doctors with the requisite specialization.
Equipment in medicine, my lord. Sometimes medicine is not available.
And you've said facility.
Yes, my lord, very well.
Many things
Medical
have to be solved at
facilities
the
will
ground
include
level.
They've
everything.
not made that broad suggestion. That is a valid point that they have made.
Appreciate, Manoj, but it has to be resolved there, Manoj.
Right, we've flagged it,
I
that's all.
appreciate, Manoj.
Manoj, just one
Manoj, in
suggestion.
disregard,
I do
just
not
one
know
more
whether
suggestion.
The affidavit, they have said with regard to CCTV being installed in the lifts. And the reason I'm telling your lordship is because of a horrific incident that took place in the Calcutta High Court, where one of a a junior who had just joined was molested by a court staff inside the lift. The Kolkata police came, they did not arrest him. He was allowed to go. And subsequently, he surrendered and he was granted bail. The Calcutta High Court otherwise is completely covered except for 1 or 2 dark spots which are not covered. But the lifts were not covered. And this poor girl was molested inside the lift. So it's just a suggestion that they should also install CCTV in the lifts, which is very, very important.
You've heard the point, just take note of it. The officers are
I
here.
have something to say, Manoj. I have a serious objection, but this off the cuff, Manoj, without
That's
any.
all right.
they're
When
being
you're
We are just giving a
investigated
suggestion.
You've heard the
Just to go
suggestion.
on the media.
Mr.
This is not
Trivedi,
for the
a
media.
suggestion-
This is for
One
the
second, let's not
CCTV.
get lost in this. Suggestion has been made. It's been made
Will
within
do.
the hearing of everybody. We have not passed any directions. The officers
taken
are here.
note of it, Manoj.
Let them just bear it in mind, that's all.
Manoj, there is one more suggestion and it's
Very-
not off the cuff. This is in our prayer. We are seeking a digital bed vacancy
I've already pointed
monitor
out this.
outside each
We've
medical college.
we've
and
just
hospital.
flagged that while passing an order on the IHMS. We've dealt with the availability of beds.
Yes, my lord. It was
My lords,
order.
my lords may,
That's why we flagged that. Ms. Jaising just made the point.
the
We
bed
therefore flagged
vacancy
it.
monitor, as long as it's there, my lord. My lord, just one more thing I didn't want to interrupt while my lords were dictating the order, is that the notification setting up the security audit committee is in front of me, and it includes only various officials, bureaucrats, selected by the state government. We are not saying disband it. We are not saying replace it, my lords. We are saying if the representatives of the senior doctors and the junior doctors may be on that committee and work together to verify that the work is being done and constructively make suggestions, then it would only be
But
to
they
the
have to be
benefit.
at work for them to be in a committee which will look at their suggestions, right? If they are not at work, how?
They are all at work, my lords. My lords, they are all at work.
They have joined now.
All right.
They are all at work.
Except seven, there is a relay strike, hunger strike of 7 doctors going on, but we'll handle that, my lord, that.
All right. Just consider this, that on the security audit committee,
What they are wanting, my lord, is that they're given a meeting. We are constantly meeting the doctors and doing what they are wanting as far as possible. But
My
what they are
lords, that
wanting
is
is that we
not
hold
true.
elections, my lord, in every hospital.
second,
That is
my
not.
lord,
My
may I
lords,
please-
if we may just make our
My lord,
submission,
we
and
have-
There
then
can't be elections.
Trivedi may of course
Agreed
must
with this,
respond.
Mr. Rakesh Reddy, then senior counsel appearing on behalf of the state of West Bengal, has assured the court that the representatives of the state government are continuing to be in
Interacting.
active contact
Yes.
with the doctors,
That's right.
so that all steps which are being taken to upgrade the infrastructure will duly factor in the concerns of the doctors.
And any doctor can come up, my lord, and tell us.
We made that.
But my lords, then
Yeah, my
then
lord,
we will place before my lords, and then we don't want to trouble my lords. If we can just be on the
I don't
committee,
want
my
to
lords,
trouble
then that
my
will be
lords.
helpful.
We'll deal with that. I think we'll get on
trouble,
with
I
it.
will trouble.
Mr. Sybil, anything else now for this time?
Wanted to file a status report on behalf of the Calcutta police, Malad. Just take it on
My
record.
lord, your
Malad.
lordship will now kindly hear me for a few
It's
minutes.
circulated already, Malad. That's all.
My lord,
Police is doing what, my lord? Because
We are investigating.
Mr. That is the acrobat.
Yes, that investigation is going on. Therefore, I don't want to make an issue of
my
it.
lord, may I just be permitted to say a few words?
Have you given a copy to the
Yes.
solicitor?
No, Malad, this is a status report.
Uh,
Don't give a copy.
My lord,
Investigation is going on.
This petition, no, it doesn't- I
Investigation.
have no difficulty if it goes.
what is it?
The court will ask. Therefore,
What is he submitting? We don't have. a
we
copy.
don't make situation, Malad.
What are they investigating? What will go?
ठीक. This one, right?
My lords, there's just one more issue.
Yeah.
This is the Ratire Shathi issue that my lords had said that due to the fact,
Yes,
may I?
yes.
Due to the fact that there was a civic volunteer that is the main accused, that the band of civilians that they are recruiting, that they should consider and perhaps disband. They have doubled down on that. And they have various notifications that I have placed in my application. Now, my lords, if I may point out the fact, they won't deny the fact that they have doubled down on that. But if I may point out the Calcutta High Court order that they are violating in this regard, saying that no law and order functions may be discharged by civic volunteers and such civilians. This court in Nandini Sundar also said that SPOs must be disbanded and that civilians cannot discharge these functions, my lord. So, my lords, we have placed 3 or 4 orders, if my lords will permit, to set aside then the Ratire Shati scheme. We have placed the application. If they would like to respond to it, we're happy to argue it on another date or today, whatever my
Nobody
lords.
is being now recruited in the manner in which, my lord, that person, my lord, who is involved in the crime was recruited. He was not recruited under the Private Security Agencies Regulation Act 2005, under which all the hospitals in India, my lord, including the public hospitals in Delhi, my lord, they are all recruiting under this act, which is an act, my lord, which is meant for having the security agencies employed, which security agencies are licensed, and pursuant to that, my lord, they are employed. So now all recruitments are being done under this act as everywhere, my lord. So it's a central act, not our act, my lord.
My lord,
And
this,
uniformly being applied everywhere in the entire country, my lord.
my lord, this act was interpreted.
Security agencies.
Private Security Agencies Regulation Act 2005. I've got a copy of this.
hospital
No, it's general.
It's really for the recruitment of private
Yes.
security guards. We had this in Maharashtra, I remember, called the Maharashtra Private Security Guards Regulation of Employment and Welfare Act. The first act in the country
Like
which,
this group 4, etc. were in
Recruited
Delhi
for private security.
at the home residential.
but they are now saying they're not recruiting anybody under this act at all.
My
It's
lords,
open as a
on
state.
their, in their affidavit, which we have somehow managed to read,
Why don't you do this? Next time you want to argue something, give everybody some notice of an application. Otherwise, we keep on springing up issues like this.
my lords, we served it 2 days ago. We served it 2
We
days
allow
ago.
governments to function, we can't take over their powers over here. I mean, we are overall exercising some control. We are supervising, monitoring because a very serious accident took place, very serious incident took place, sorry. But let them do their work on the ground and come back to us, report to us on the next.
My lords, just on this point, if my lords may then ask them, number one, are they recruiting such people? Because in para 5 of the
Said they're
affidavit,
not recruiting anybody under the Act of 2005.
No, we are recruiting under 2000. Earlier it was,
my
they were
lords,
being.
private
recruited in the
security, why
port.
should they recruit under the Act of
Under
2005?
administrative orders, they were being recruited. And they were not,
Private
they
security,
were
my
mainly meant, this gentleman who is, I am using this expression, gentleman is not yet convicted. So he was not recruited not under this act. He was recruited under the government notifications, administrative orders issued by the police. So now they were not meant, he was not posted even in the hospital. So it's not that somebody who is deliberately chosen and posted in the hospital, he has done something other than he was not being supervised. So that was a.
My lord, the
incident.
CBI charge sheet
Are
said he
you
was.
dealing with these civic volunteers of the
No,
sort that
they are not.
In
being
their
posted
current
in the
affidavit, they have
hospital. Now
said so, my
everybody is
lords.
being
In their current
recruited under
affidavit.
This act.
how many such civic volunteers do you have in West Bengal?
1,514 at last
We
count.
have given the figures
For the
which your lordships have mentioned in the order, Lord.
But how are they recruited? Who recruits them actually?
This is now under the security agencies, Lord, who
So
are
these
like.
1,500 civic volunteers whom you have, who recruits them? What are their qualifications?
So it is the security agency which recruits.
Kolkata police
They are either the
is
retired.
recruiting them, my lord.
Where
Security
notification
agencies,
is,
private
the
security
civic volunteer
agencies,
was
they
appointed,
recruit,
and that
and
notification
private
was under
security
challenge before
agencies
the Calcutta
possibly
High
are
Court.
registered under this.
So this civic
Act.
volunteer,
So the people are not
this
selected by the
person who committed the crime was a civic volunteer supposedly.
Yes, the
Now,
civic volunteer.
under what was he recruited?
My lord, they recruited through a notification, my lord.
That's a
Am I
government
audible, my lord?
notification.
They were recruited under this government
And that
order
notification
dated
was under
20th
challenge
September
before Kolkata High Court,
2011
my lord.
administrative level by the police. Lord. They were
Am I
not.
audible, my lord? Sorry.
It was posted at the hospital.
Still continuing with
No,
that?
they are not being
All in
recruited
their
or
affidavit,
posted
my
in the
lord,
hospital.
at para 5.
All posting in the hospital.
He was posted in the hospital.
But are you recruiting these people generally under that 2011 government order?
And my lords,
But
what is
not
the
for-
verification done? The man had cases against him, particularly of domestic violence. None of that verification is done when a man is appointed as a civic volunteer, which gives him access, including a motor.
Therefore, Mr. Dwivedi, on the next occasion, we want this to be flagged. How many civic volunteers do you have? What is the verification of antecedents that you do? Where are they posted? Are you posting them
Now
in
the
schools?
civic volunteers are not being posted.
They joined their place of duty.
Where else are they being posted?
My lord, they control the police stations. The entire police station is now run by the civic volunteers.
This
So tell us-
Ratire Shathi, night duty.
Tell us,
We'll file an affidavit.
the civic state of West Bengal shall file an affidavit on before the next date of listing, explaining, bracket 1, the legal source of authority for the recruitment of civic volunteers in the state, semicolon, bracket 2, the modalities for recruitment, semicolon, the qualifications for recruitment, semicolon, bracket 4, the verification of
procedure,
antecedents which is carried out before recruitment is made, semicolon, bracket 5, the institutions in which the civic volunteers are assigned duties, semicolon, and bracket 6, the payments made to civic volunteers, whether on a daily or monthly basis, and the budgeted outlays in that regard. Full stop. The affidavit shall specifically disclose the selection process which is followed for the recruitment of the civic volunteers and the steps which have been taken to ensure that such volunteers do not operate in any event in sensitive establishments such as hospitals and schools,
So great.
which may be and which may be particularly vulnerable.
Or
to
police stations,
the,
my lords.
uh,
My lords, or police stations, my lords may consider. Hospitals, schools, or police stations.
Let us file the affidavit, then. Let us file the affidavit, my lord.
You first file your affidavit if you want to know what are you doing, because otherwise this is a nice process of conferring political patronage on people who are totally unverified and
Police
We're
force
so grateful, my lords.
sourcing.
So this particular person,
The affidavit shall specifically disclose whether any of the civic volunteers are assigned duties in or in connection with police stations or the investigation of crime.
because the vehicle assigned belongs to the police commissioner, it's registered in his name. His job apparently was to assist police personnel in the hospital and their families. And he has complete access and lives in a barrack adjacent to the hospital. So it's wrong to say that he's not associated and not given.
Something we want to look at closely.
My lords.
One more thing is that
Let them first disclose the data, then we will hear your submissions.
My lords, could they serve us a day before? Because this was just a few minutes before the hearing.
Serve a day before the affidavit.
So great.
My lord, would your lordship just hear me for 5 minutes before,
Just-
few minutes?
what,
We'll take it up now on the next date of.
just one word may be added.
My lord,
We have to complete another hearing today by 4 o'clock. We've got half an hour for that. We have a slot for half.
I understand.
No, there's also one
I
very
will
important
not
issue
take
which
up
I have
too
to
much of your-
point out, Your Lordship.
Let me finish. My lord, I won't take up too much of your time. I just want to put a couple of things on record. Number one, the state of West Bengal in its affidavit has admitted that all doctors are back at work. Please, my lord, make a note of that, so that this allegation is no longer made against them, that they are not at work. They've said on a signed affidavit that they're back at work. Now, my lord, there is one that there are nevertheless outstanding issues. I said it on the last occasion, despite the fact that there are outstanding issues, the doctors have agreed to go back to work. They have kept their word made by me to this honorable court. They've gone back for work. Only a few of them remain on hunger strike. That is a fact which I will not deny. Now, my lord, I just want to point out the reason for that and see whether there can be some resolution so that even that hunger strike is withdrawn. My submission is towards that end. Now, my lord, in the application filed by my learned friend, Ms.
How many doctors are on hunger strike?
7 doctors are on hunger strike only.
Doctors in turns, lord.
Only,
Oh, no.
no, my lord.
That's not correct.
At all the
But not-
28 medical colleges.
My lord, your lordship may hear me. We are the doctors on strike, on hunger strike. The 8 doctors are on hunger strike. Out of 8, 3 have been hospitalized.
all
1
7.
second, please. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Just wait. 3 of them, their condition deteriorated, and for that reason, they have been hospitalized. The rest continue to be on hunger strike. Now, I want to just leave you, my lord, with a thought and a suggestion. We are all interested that this hunger strike be withdrawn because we are worried about the health of these doctors. Now, my lord, I want to point out to one letter which is annexed at page 90 of my learned friend Ms. Karuna's application. I will just read the relevant passage to you.
Please tell us what it is about.
I'll
We
tell,
will not read it out.
I'll tell. It's addressed by the state of West Bengal. No, it's addressed to the state of West Bengal, my lord. And it says, one minute. Election to student unions have not been conducted since the year 2022. Now, my lord, your lordship will take it from me. The law prescribes the conduct of elections annually by the university. My lord, your lordship will take it from me that the cause of what has happened in RG Corps is the fact that from 2022 onwards, no student elections have been held. And as a consequence, nominated people, my lord, nominated people from different political parties are performing the role which a student union would otherwise perform. This is the cause of what has happened in RG Corps. Favoritism and threat culture is coming from this absence of complying with statutes. The law says you shall hold a student election every year, and that's the responsibility of the state, of the university.
Ms. Jaisin, our entering into this area would be far beyond the
That,
canvas of.
one minute, in that case, I have a request to make, please.
Can we concentrate on the
Please,
child's death?
please, I have a request to make.
Lord, where are we
My
leading?
lord, I'm sorry, let me allow me to finish. My lord, I have a request, I have a request to
Going
make.
overboard.
That is, we would be expanding the ambit of a proceeding.
Yeah,
much
well, allow
beyond
me
the
to make a
canvas that you
request.
have en-
1 minute, please. My lord, please, I'm concluding, allow me if they don't interrupt. My lord, allow me to make a
Therefore,
request.
Any,
The light,
any release which you want to seek in that regard before the bench under 226, you can move. to
yes,
Kolkata High Court.
your lordship may give me
These are
liberty.
matters where the High Court.
Your lord,
is
yes,
always-
be satisfied with that order. Your lordship may
You
kindly.
don't have to give any
No,
liberty.
my lord.
Liberty is required is open.
No,
you
my
can
lord,
do.
I have filed an application in this court. The argument will be it's pending in the Supreme Court.
If nobody.
I just want that clarification.
That is happening.
I want that clarification
You withdraw
that
the
they can go to the
application.
High Court.
You withdraw your application so that you can pursue your remedies in accordance with law.
I'll do that.
My lords, very
One thing.
briefly, the task
my-
force.
They give the court master the number, he will
second, let
permit
me
you to
finish.
withdraw the application.
1 second, 1 second. My lord, just hear me out. No, this is not right.
They are
This kind of
belittling the whole
Ms.
exercise.
Jaising, we are not going to enter into the field
I
of election
understand.
for student union bodies. That's not the remit of this proceeding.
I understand what is being put to me, but before you pass an order saying withdraw the application, your lordship may say withdraw the
There's no
prayer
application record.
in the application for the conduct of an election. There are other prayers which
My
may
lords, that might
remain.
be a good solution. To
Which
just
may
that
remain.
one line to say that that prayer is
Withdraw the
withdrawn.
prayer in the application for the conduct of elections so as to enable the petition applicants to pursue such remedies that are available.
And
My
my lords, I am
liberty to the
also,
High Court, with liberty.
All right,
to
now
the High Court.
follow out J. Davis. We have a.
My
file.
lords,
just
I am
one-
also,
one rather-
I'm withdrawing the same prayer. I am
no,
withdrawing the same prayer.
I have a rather pressing, but I'll make a
I'm
very brief.
withdrawing the same prayer. My
With
lords has allowed.
respect to the police commissioner's revelation of the identity of the victim, your lordship had not passed an oral order, and told the other side to go to the Calcutta High Court and say that this is within their remit and not within your lordship's remit. But unfortunately, I didn't think I'd have to come back after your lordship was so clear about it. But unfortunately, my lord, when we went back to the Calcutta High Court, and the Calcutta High Court has passed an order now saying, in view of what was said, we need a clarification. What was said, told to the High Court by Ms. Guruswamy on that day was that the application is not disposed of. It's still pending.
Now they've withdrawn the application.
No, my
No,
lord,
no.
these intervention applications are pending here before my lords.
But that's what they do. Intervention applications can't prevent the High Court from assuming jurisdiction over.
But now, we kindly see the High Court's order.
My lord, the High
No,
Court
but-
is very hesitant and quite understandably.
Yes.
If you are aggrieved by an order of the High Court, challenge it in an SLP.
No, I'm not agree by the
We
order.
are not going to allow orders of the High Court to just be shown to us and we.
No,
pass.
no,
We're not going to.
my lord, that's not the point. What do I do, my lord? My lord, I came to this.
And
You
applications are.
file, if the High Court rejects the petition,
They haven't rejected the petition. They've asked for a clarification. They say, please see, my lord.
they're not going to issue any clarification on the data.
But then what do I do, my lord? This is a serious matter. Please see.
You invite an order of dismissal, come here, we'll deal with the matter.
But they're
we
not
are
dismissing
We are
it.
not, we are not going to
My
show
lord,
us the
they-
order of the.
Yes, my lord, please see, it's a short order.
You can show the lights.
I can show your lordship the live streaming of what is happening.
We have copies of the order.
The High Court.
This is why I asked the lordship to just put it in the order last time.
They have interventions here. They file writ petitions there. They file responses 20 minutes before the hearing.
This is obfuscation by Ms. Guruswamy, and it's not fair to me.
This in the next 8 years. We'll see.
But because only because this matter is pressing, my lord, there is a serious violation by a
We'll
chief.
see what we
commissioner.
can do with
Yes.
that. What are-
Given a next week, my lords, of November 6th for
We'll
us
be
to file our
We are
response.
getting for an interview. We'll close the proceeding here. We've spent enough time. We have a half an hour now. for
Lord,
this
may I
matter.
just,
Obliged, my lord.
my lord, may I
Lordships are
just,
indicating,
10, please.
kindly, lordships are indicating the next date.
Ma'am,
In 3 weeks, we'll take it up after the Diwali holidays.
Very
Lord, there are two issues of immense public importance that.
On the next date, please. On the next.
Very well, very well.
my lord, may I just renew my request at liberty to approach the High Court? I don't want to be stuck, my lord. I don't want to
We have
agitate.
said,
Prayer.
if you want to do that, to pursue your remedies in accordance with law, we have said that.
Very well, my lord. Much obliged, much obliged.